Hey, and welcome back to Sketchbook Biology. In the last episode, we talked a little bit about social interactions. Today, we are going to be talking about divorce and great tits. These little birds are one of the best studied in the world, and they have a lot to teach us about relationships, it seems. Out in the wild, who you hang out with and who you choose as a partner can shape your chances of avoiding predators, finding food, and of course, raising a family. For animals, being social is very much a part of the survival game. Do you surround yourself with relatives who've got your back, or do you form short-term bonds that boost your fitness when you really can't afford to take the L? Or are you willing to be stuck with a partner who's just not pulling their weight simply to pass on your genes? And even if you're a little bird with a funny name, these decisions are pretty important. And maybe birds can have a little relationship drama of their own too. Great tits are cute, yellow and black woodland birds that are endemic to Europe and sing an iconic two-syllable song. Historically, they were thieves that raided milk deliveries in 20th century Europe. They have since reformed because we've just gotten better at not leaving milk outside our homes. Anyhow, the social lives of great tits have received a good bit of attention over the years. They are territorial and socially monogamous. In the warmer seasons, this familiarity works. Pairs coordinate better, defend territory more efficiently, and raise chicks more effectively. In the winter, when finding food is a bit more of an issue, great tits are less territorial and join fission-fusion flocks. Now these are loose groups that form, split, and reform. And hanging around in these flocks means that a lot more eyes are looking out for food and predators. This also means that there is a chance to mingle with some new faces, with the possibility of meeting a bird that may be more attractive as a mate than your current spouse. Do you stay with the same partner hoping on better teamwork and familiarity in the future, or cut losses and try someone new if your current reproductive success is suffering? How do these bird relationships change, if at all, across seasons and social structures? Do strong winter associations predict pair retention in the spring? Can we detect early signs of divorce in winter? And these questions are what researchers Adelaide Abraham, Ben Sheldon, and Josh Firth from the University of Oxford set out to answer. And where better to do this research than the famous Wholesome woods in Oxford, where great tits almost exclusively use artificial nests and have been studied for many years. So a lot of these birds are tagged, and equipment to track these birds are already in place. I love systems like this because over the years you can collect a massive amount of data on animal movement, feeder use, mortality, stuff like that. The researchers carefully monitored these artificial nests and identified a whole bunch of breeding adults using PID tags and RFID antennas to use in their study. So PID tags are these tiny microchips that automatically log a bird's presence when it enters the detection range of an RFID antenna. In this study, for their spring dataset, they plan to use presence data from 2011 to 2015. For the winter months, they set up 65 feeders throughout the woods, spaced evenly apart, and just like the artificial nests, these feeders were fitted with RFID antennas. So if a tagged bird visits a feeder, its visit will be recorded. Every visit for 13 weekends across 3 winters was recorded, creating a detailed log of which birds showed up to which feeders. To initially process this data, the researchers used a very useful but slightly opaque machine learning method called Gaussian mixed modeling. Basically, when we have these long streams of data made up of when specific animals visited specific places, Gaussian mixed modeling can determine the probability that each of those visits belong to a certain cluster of visits. In the context of this study, this approach informed the team which birds appeared at feeders frequently together and which did not. After all that was done, each bird observed at the feeders in winter was linked to its breeding partner from the previous spring and following spring. That way the researchers could see not just who a bird associated with in the winter, but also whether those associations held strong across seasons. The researchers analyzed this to find out which couples remained faithful, which couples divorced, which couples were new, and the relative strength of all those relationships, using tools and metrics that are typical to social network and statistical analysis. And this analysis revealed some really cool insights into these bird relationships. Divorcing pairs flocked together the least during winter. Actually, divorcing pairs didn't really spend more time with each other than they did with random flockmates. On the other hand, faithful pairs spent way more time flocking together. They were each other's preferred flocking partner during the winter and closely coordinated feeder visits. Divorcing partners didn't show this behavior at all. Put simply, the signs of a breakup were visible months before the breeding season. And this is so cool because this adds a beautiful layer of complexity to the social structures of this cool little bird. It opens many doors in terms of how future research could go. How does the divorce unfold? What are the consequences of divorcing? Who gets the nest and the kids? Is there alimony? A special thank you to Adelaide Abraham, Ben Sheldon, and Josh Firth, and anyone else that helped out in creating this lovely piece of science, and reminding us all that even in the wild, you still need to put in the proverbial work to keep the romance alive. Or maybe it's a reminder to scrutinize everything and end it quickly so you can find the right person. I don't know, I'm not a relationship coach, they don't teach you about love in grad school. If today is your birthday, I wish you more opportunities to socially interact with your loved ones. And if you're not having a great day, I hope you at least get to see some great tits on a walk today. But if you're just out there shamelessly looking at other birds, please like and subscribe. I'll see you again soon. Peace.